Hello. It's always a bit curious when I find myself in front of a phone looking at an image of myself. Not really sure what I'm going to say, but this is intended to be an update for my friends, for my community, and also for the crowdfund that I set up. I've changed the name from Help Will's Brain Heal to Help Will Heal, Walk Again and Live at Home. The context has rather expanded as my cranium has, or not my cranium, the cranium's inability to expand is one of the challenges that a brain tumor presents. But my scalp, as you can see, is a little bit swollen. No turban though. So a little less pressure on the head, and it was giving me a temperature, so yeah. So this is day 27, nearly a month, nearly 4 weeks on from the surgery on the 27th. Absolutely life-changing experience. Not the outcome that was predicted, expected, or desired. But here we are, and I think it's probably 2 or 3 weeks now that I've been in this residential rehab unit where, thank God, I have my own room so I can give myself the best opportunity of sleep. My partner Muse is just being an absolute angel. Just, I'm at my heart melts in the presence of the love that she is embodying, the strength that she carries, and the care that she's demonstrating. I've lost count of how many care packages of food and clothes and journals and so much else, flowers, a plant, incredible handmade cards. And we're just in really regular contact as well, which is beautiful. I get a daily or sometimes twice daily nature video, because I said it would be lovely to see our home and the forest that we walk in. So much beauty. And gee, it's tough at times. The two things I find tough are the fresh discovery of exactly what my weaknesses or limitations are. Like there's it's an almost infinite way of discovering and rediscovering that. So on the one hand, there are astonishing breakthroughs on a regular basis. So I can now get myself up in bed and onto my knees and reach across the table at the end of the bed, or close or open the blinds at the other end of the bed over the window. So just that gives me a bit more independence and autonomy. And today I worked out how to get this hand across to my armpit and onto my left arm, or my right arm, so I can actually just about shower myself now. I need help getting into the chair, but so there are daily breakthroughs, and in physio as well. So it's an incredible team of physiotherapists and occupational therapists here. So in physio, the focus is still just giving strength, restoring strength, recovering strength to my left leg, and which currently I can't stand on, so it requires a brace and a team supporting me, and finding out the sort of most helpful communication to my brain that allows it to register and compute what's required in a muscular sense to activate the leg, the muscles, the quads and so on, but not to lock the knee. It's an incredibly challenging process. So clench my left buttock, that activates the quads, but it's very tricky to soften the knee. And then to rotate the pelvis forward and back, and apparently I did that quicker than they've ever seen anyone do it. So I'm deeply grateful for my yoga practice and all my yoga teachers and my Qigong practice, my teacher Ming Tong Gu, for really putting me in a position to be about as well prepared for this sort of challenge, ordeal, opportunity as I could be. And very exciting, I now have a discharge date. So November the 8th, or maybe a day or two later, but hopefully on time, November the 8th, I'll be returning home, most likely with both a wheelchair and a walking frame. So the other big thing I've been practicing in physio is using this walking frame. So I stand there with both hands on it, activate the left leg, take a step forward with my right, move the walking frame, activate the left leg, and so on and so on. And that's a game changer. By the November the 8th, probably can do it now, but by November the 8th, with more confidence, I should be able to walk from my bed to the toilet, and from my bed, and then up, get myself up from the toilet as well, and then from the bed to a shower chair in the shower, and I can now probably shower myself. Still an assessment going on there because we're still completing the assessment of the house and seeing what's possible and what's maybe hopeful. I don't want to underemphasize the degree of difficulty and challenge, but I do want to emphasize the recovery that's been observed already. And my partner's beauty and incredible muse. You're an absolute legend. I love you so much. And also calls for celebration. My crowdfund hit its target of $5,000. So thank you so much everyone who supported that or shared it. And thank you everyone for your messages and comments and Reiki and prayers and love. I'm just deeply honored to receive such care and positive intention. And one of the things that's arisen since the surgery that wasn't part of the original plan is the need probably to add a ramp and some guardrails to my home, which is an additional cost. So I've actually raised the crowdfund target to $10,000. I figure if $5,000 is possible when GoFundMe didn't even have the link working for the first couple of weeks, then I think maybe over time 10,000 would be possible, which would really take up a great chunk of the costs of home modifications and my creating a really intensive regime with lots of rest that includes body workers, acupuncture, all of the treatments that support all of my body's recovering fully and being in the fullest vitality and strength. So there was a thought that just arose there, that is this video offering value? Is it, I've been affected enough by the publishing world and marketing and so on, and teaching and so on, that you need to provide 7 steps or 3, or a snappy maxim or aphorism. So maybe our friend who said, this has been attributed to many people, it's the signature on my email, he said everything, or when one realizes that everything, being but an experience, having nothing to do with good or bad, acceptance or resistance, one may well burst out in laughter. I've got it attributed to Longchen Pa, I think it was a Tibetan Buddhist master. But I've always loved that. So maybe that's the value, a little giggle. Maybe join me, because life is funny. Sort of tragic comedy at times, but there's always an underlying humour for me, and I invite you to have a little laugh, a little giggle, or at the least a smile. As Thich Nhat Hanh once said, sometimes life makes us smile, and sometimes we need to make ourselves smile. Sometimes we need to activate our jaw muscles, which of course, in so doing, activates our neurochemistry in a desirable fashion. Just doing this, I'll show you my English teeth, just doing that, or with a pen in your mouth, something like this, just putting your mouth in the shape of a smile. If you do that for a period each day, you're likely to report an improving overall mood at the end of the month, because that physical action in itself causes your brain chemistry to improve. Obviously, the lie in the marketing of SSRIs is that your brain chemistry is broken or faulty. No science behind that whatsoever. You'll notice you don't get a test when you go to the doctor and say I'm depressed. So there's a little way. My other tip, so it's turning into a tip video, sorry. There's this wonderful song that my partner Muse and I have been enjoying by Sensitize, called Shinrin, Shinrin, Yoku, Yoku, which means forest bathing, or forest bathing as my partner insists on saying, which is a Japanese word, of course, for forest bathing. And Japan and Scotland have legislated doctors to be able to prescribe a couple of hours of forest bathing. So I invite you to see where in the next moment you can smile or have a chuckle, and perhaps where in the next week you can bathe in the forest. I do so sort of by proxy with Muse's videos, and I'm very much looking forward to doing so again soon in the incredible Dandenong Hills where I live. Wow. Yeah. And there is a third book coming. That's very clear. It was already, but I think now it will be refined in its depth, perhaps, and probably created via dictaphone, because I was never a good typer with my left hand, but now I'd be dangerous on a computer, on the type. I can just about get my hand onto the bottom of the laptop so I can open the screen, but that takes a few attempts, so that gives you an idea of the degree of motor control present at this point. And if you have given to my crowdfund, I've put in there that I'll send a copy of my first book to anyone, and if you've already got that, if you add a 7 to your gift, or, so $7 or 77 or 777, I'll give you 3 copies. I'll send you a copy of that new book as well. And I'll need your help in that. I'll need you to send me an email, or because I can't get people's contact details from the crowdfund. Just a heads up. So thank you for watching this 15-minute video. I hope it's touched your heart in some way, and feels good for me sharing in this way. So thank you for listening. Thank you for connecting in presence, and sending you oodles of love and peace and spontaneous moments of remembrance and clarity. Realizing your own divine nature, your own perfection, your own beauty. You are gorgeous. You are gorgeous. So, this is the 27-day update. I think it's October the 22nd. I'm looking forward to my partner Muse visiting over the weekend. And I'm sending you lots of love. Bye for now.